Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Jukebox Judgment. Here with me, Dawn, Parry, and all of the producers on newdawn.fm. Well, we've got huge numbers of fabulous artists. And I also think that, have I got to go and say a quick hello to Jamie as well, Steve's son. Good morning. Happy birthday, I believe. Steve Lillywhite, hello.
Hello, Dawn. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. A little bit, panic-stricken as ever when this lovely Zoom seems to go and do whatever it wants to do. Anyway, how are you? Steve Lillywhite, you're on the show with us this morning. Thank you.
All good. I'm hearing a little bit of a... Oh, now it's gone.
Great.
Yes, no, all good. Move on, Dawn. Move on. We've got
okay, thank you very much,
music
Steve.
Rather than us silly boys talking.
Okay, well, we all love silly boys, really. Phil Brown, good morning to you over in Sussex. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, yes. Recovering from some strange bug I picked up at one of these Spirit of Eden playbacks. But on the road to recovery, so all good.
Always pleased to hear that. Yippee. Glad that you're with us, Phil. Barry Upton coming in from Pattaya in Thailand. How are you, Barry?
Yeah, the middle of Southeast Asia. It's a bright sunny day. It's a beautiful afternoon as usual. And I'm feeling good.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Ow!
I forgot that bit. Ow! Indeed. And David Stark, who is, this is your first foray into Jukebox Judgment. And David Stark runs Songlink, which is basically where creators write songs and they try to match them to artists or get artists to sing them and cover them. So, David, hello. How are you?
Hi, Dawn. Lovely to be here, really. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you absolutely perfectly.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. Yeah, no, lovely. And Songlink, I've been going, can't believe it's 33 years trying to help writers, composers, hooking people up with artists, labels, managers, etc. So it's my day job, but I still enjoy it.
Nobody actually said to you, don't give up the day job, though, did they, Steve?
No. So, But great to be here. Really looking forward to it.
Lovely. Okay, well, let's hope we've got some great tracks lined up today. Let's start with the very first that we have here. Now, this is a band called The Response. Now, if you recall, The Response did come to us once before with one of their tracks. This is their track called Where Do You Run?
So much for trying to get ahead. It's getting harder to defend when it's routine. Can't be surprised we're here again. You're giving 45%, time to come clean. Washed up, acting out, think about all that you say. Are you proud? So watch out in the crowd.
Where Did You Run To? The name of that track, and that was The Response. And The Response are a New Zealand indie rock duo known for their quietly magnetic mix of electronic minimalism, they say, melodic hooks and thoughtful songwriting. It's made up of vocalist, guitarist Andy Knopp and multi-instrumentalist Victoria Knopp. The pair create intricate, emotionally resonant music entirely in-house, from writing and producing to mixing and design. So there we go. That is The Response. So Steve Lillywhite, would you like to go first, please?
Oh my God, I loved that. I thought that was fantastic. I mean, I was thinking Peaky Blinders soundtrack. I was thinking Slow Horses theme tune. You know, I mean, it's just perfect for those sort of shows, and it would be brilliant. I loved the way the melody flipped and on the rhythm. Second half of the verse was really clever. You got the first half of the verse, it was chorus is fantastic. The only thing I would say is when the middle eight came in, it came in with a new guitar, which I thought, wow, that's really cool. The singing didn't change enough. The singing could have changed a little bit more. It was all on the same level. And when that bridge came in, I thought, oh, they could have done a little bit better with, you know, I mean, middle eights, I think sometimes are the difference between great and brilliant, you know. And this middle eight wasn't, and it was almost there because you got that really nice guitar change. But look, I have to say, we loved them before, still great. I mean, what a great start to the show.
Thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. I'm just hearing that something is playing that is a bit U2 sounding, very unusual. I'm not sure what's breaking through, but nonetheless, this show's being recorded anyway, so whatever happens, it'll go out again in any case. Okay, thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. So let's move on to Phil Brown, please.
Yeah, no, I also loved it. It's a track that I think I've heard before. I don't know if you played it at all this week, but yeah, no, great. I can't really fault it. It's a perfect radio track, really well put together, lots of space and air. So yeah, I liked it very much.
Great, thank you very much for that, Phil Brown. Barry Upton.
I've really loved it as well. It's a great start to the show, so they're going to get a great response from us, at the risk of sounding cheesy. Now, what I really loved about it was the texture of the lead singer's voice. I'm surprised Phil didn't say he wanted to hear it up a dB or two, because I would have loved to just have heard it just a little bit up. But what it did do was that it blended well with the guitars, and it was a pleasant experience from beginning to end, because everything sounded like it should be in the right place. So a great start to the show and a good song.
Excellent. Thank you very much for that, Barry Upton. David Stark.
Yeah, I agree with all the guys. A very good start to the show, and my first song on the Jukebox Judgment. And I think it was very well put together, good dynamics, and a good song. I agree with Steve. I think it was just slightly safe. They could have done a bit more vocally, and just experimented slightly more. And the other thing was the bass. I was thinking relax. It was that kind of sound. I like the way they put it together, though. Very good indeed.
Okay, thank you very much for that, David Stark. Just getting messages through from Luke Mornay. In fact, I missed them. He was messaging before we started on air, and he's been saying that he's trying to fix a connection issue, and it looks as though they're digging up the line in their street at the moment, so he'll figure something out. He's listening in, and the first track he feels is fantastic. Really enjoyed it as well. Okay, so let's move on to the next artist. Amanda Austin saying yes. Okay, so she heard the track as well, and it just reminded her a little bit of U2, not that it was another show. So Steve making a face there, which I agree, it didn't sound at all like U2 to me either. But, you know, everything sounds slightly different to each of us. Okay, let's move on with the next track that we have here and the next artist. Right. Next is Alien Anomaly, is the name of the band, and the track is called Dumb Fuckistan.
Don't make me, don't make me, don't make me, don't take me take me, don't take me. Don't make me, don't make me, don't make me. Don't take me, don't take me, don't take me. What are you gonna do? What has become of you? The things that you believe, a mystery to me. Don't make me, don't take me. After all that you've been through, look what's become of you. With a Bible and a gun, your loyalty is one. Don't make me, don't take me. D-U-D-U-M-D-U-M-B, fuck you stand. D-U-D-U-M-D-U-M-B, fuck you stand. With the promise of a job, you're cheering for a slum. You vote stupidity, you get putridity. Don't make me, don't take me. Don't D-U-D-U-M-D-U-M-B, fuck you stand. D-U-D-U-M-D-U-M-B, fuck you stand. Sedate me, desecrate me, restrain me, contain me. Don't hate me, don't take me, don't hate me, don't make me. D-U-D-U-M-D-U-M-B, fuck you stand. D-U-D-U-M-D-U-M-B, fuck you stand. Your country's on the rocks, 'cause your president's a cock. But I don't really care, so I'm sending thoughts and prayers. D-U-M-D-U-M-B, fuck you stand. D-U-D-U-M-D-U-M-B, fuck you stand. D-U-D-U-M-D-U-M-B, fuck you stand. D-U-D-U-M-D-U-M-B, fuck you stand. D-U-D-U-M-D-U-M-B, fuck you stand.
Dumbfuckistan is the name of that track, and Alien Anomaly is the name of the band. And Alien Anomaly is a Singapore-based 5-piece heavy rock band formed in 2020. During the COVID-19 lockdown, describing their sound as alien rock, comprising international members from South Africa, the Philippines, Scotland and the UK. And of course, they're all based in Singapore. So there we go. Phil Brown, would you like to go first, please?
Well, yeah, another track I really enjoyed. There were things about it that slightly bugged me in the mix. I just thought things could be glued more together. But then as it went on, I kind of really got into the space and what they were doing. So I really enjoyed it. Obviously, some really kind of fun lyrics. And yeah, it's hard really to fault. I mean, I certainly would have mixed it different myself, but I kind of enjoyed what they did.
Somewhat new style of political rant.
Yes, which is always good these days.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Phil Brown. And Barry Upton.
Well, that was fantastic. That was a really good slice. I don't know about alien rock. That's a good slice of British rock, I think. Or New Zealand rock, you say. Where they come from?
They are a mix from South Africa.
Singapore.
They're from Singapore, but South Africa,
Okay.
Philippines, Scotland and the UK.
Well, it was very good. It was a good good pop song, and with that little bit of edge to it, we're putting "fuck" in the middle of Dumistan, and that's going to get it lots of radio play, isn't it? But actually, I think it will sound brilliant on the radio, and it'll also sound great live. If they did that live, the crowd will just. But that chorus is so good and so easy to sing along with.
Yes.
That a crowd will be singing along with that in no time at all, and they kept bringing it in, and I liked the way it ended. That was a great ending. So, I also love the drum sound.
Cool. Okay, there's a first for everything, isn't it? Now, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for that, Barry. And David Stark.
Yeah, I agree as well. Fantastic. I thought it was a really great track. And so these kids, are they all in Singapore? Or are they doing it remotely from all their locations, I wonder? And who's producing and putting it all together? Because they've done a great job.
No, they are a Singapore-based band. They all live and work in Singapore, yes.
Okay, I'd love to see them. Now, can you just tell, because I'm not familiar, just spell out the title for me?
Okay, of the track or the track? Okay.
D-U,
it's one word.
D-U-M-B.
Yeah.
It is D-U-M-B F-U-C-K-I-S-T-A-N.
Okay. All right. Well, that's different. Yeah. Well, I hope they can get some airplay with that.
They will. I'll play it. I'll play it for a start.
Yeah. Okay, but really a very good one. Very good one indeed.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, David. The thing with internet radio stations, by the way, they are not, they don't have to conform to all of the rules that the FM and AM and other kind of the older analog type stations do. So it's all cool. Steve Lillywhite.
Well, I have to say, I think this is probably the first week since we've done this show where the first two have been great. I mean, it's for some reason, it seems to always be a bit of a slow start, and then we get some real bangers towards the end. I mean, today has been fantastic. I love that song. It's a great hook. It's a great sound. She sounds, really, really energetic. Yeah, great song, great sound. Well done.
Thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. We've had a few shows where I think there was a chair one, and it was the first track, and we were blown away.
But not the first two, I said. I said the first two.
You did, okay.
We've not had the first two.
Well,
we've had the first one.
Let's hope we can have
second one.
Every single one then, shall we?
Oh, that's going to make it very difficult to choose a winner then, isn't it?
Yeah, that's very true. Nice message coming through here. Dumfuckistan Akamagaland. Okay. Right, let's move on to the next track that we have here. Emilie Thorsby. Now, Emilie has sent us many tracks, and she's not managed to get on our sort of list yet, but let's hope this is a good one from Emilie. This is called Every Night.
Every night has been so difficult because the only thing in this world I want was you. That stayed my thoughts when life was so tough. I've been so lost in that time now I'm searching back your words our way. Can't deny that you are my best and worst. Why can't I just forget about you? Forget you hush yourself. Forget what we both knew. You were what my heart should not have found. Why can't I just forget about you? Forget you hush yourself. Forget what we both knew. You were what my heart should not have found. Every night you're walking around, how can I forget your smile, your sound? It's been so lonely, so cold. Could you please bring me inside? I know it's not the best thing. I know I should stay away, but every night your voice calls out to me. I know it's so hard to get free. Why it's always difficult? Why can't I just reach out to you? I'm standing here like a fool. Every night I'm turning around in my lonely bed. Why does it feel so wrong that your voice is still inside my head? can I just forget about you? Forget you hush your soul. Forget what we both knew. You were what my heart should not have found. Why can I just forget about you? Forget you hush your soul. Forget what we both knew. You were what my heart should not have found. Every night you're walking around, how can I forget you? Smile your song. It's been so lonely, so cold. Could you please bring me a song? I know it's not the best thing. I know I should stay away, but every night your voice calls out to me. I know it's so hard to get free.
Every night, and that was Emilie Thorsby. Emilie is from Germany and has been listening in to newdawn.fm, is a big fan of Jukebox Judgment and has sent several tracks to us. And the last time she did, we were saying that she had been improving. Now, listeners, I should also say that Luc Mornay has managed to join us, and he was listening in and knows exactly the last two tracks, well, the third one as well. He's been on the show since listening to this one just now.
Bonjour.
Alors,
Yes. Bonjour, Luc. So Luc is able to vote responsibly here as well at the end of the show because he was tuned in to the other tracks. So let's, in fact, I tell you what, let's start with that. Luc Mornay, would you like to give your opinion, please, on the track just now from Emilie Thorsby, Every Night?
yeah, obviously she's improving, but I felt that she needs a bit more confidence in her singing. It felt a bit shy, so I think she could be really bold about her singing. That's the main thing because the track is not that bad, but she could make the difference by sending the track to us. So she needs to be to continue in a path to progress.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Luc Mornay. Steve Lillywhite.
She has a good melody, but I don't know, her performance could be better. I mean, I can hear all the ingredients in there that will make for a better performance. It sounds to me like she's in a bubble making her music on her own. I would say try and find some collaborators who might be able to just point you, to show you some things that could be improved. I think the balance between the voice and the music was not right. The voice was way out in front, and also get someone to just a little more light and shade. You don't need to come in so heavy at the beginning on the first verse, but you've got some lovely sounds in the background. You just need to, maybe get a couple of other opinions. I mean, this is an opinion, to help. I think the vocals could be improved. I know the vocals could be improved. That's what I think.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. David Stark.
Yes, well, it's quite a pleasant track. For me, it was a bit slightly throwaway, and I felt her use of the title Every Night was very throwaway. It was just a couple of words in the song, and by coincidence, I was watching the new Paul McCartney Wings film last night, and they had a snatch of his song Every Night, same title, from his first solo album, and that is a song where the title is emphasized and you know exactly what the title is every time it comes round. And for Emilie, it's just a throwaway couple of words for me. And I think, she needs to work a bit harder on giving us a chorus that we will remember.
Okay, thank you very much for that, David Stark. Phil Brown.
Well, I mean, I really enjoyed the backing track side of it. I thought there's some really, great vibe and some nice things going on. My main complaint, really, I suppose, was the harshness in the vocal. It didn't have, it's slightly nasal and slightly harsh. So, that could obviously be improved. But I mean, she is improving each time we hear a track. They are getting better. So, I think this is definitely in the right direction. So yeah, just a slightly warmer, calmer vocal. But I was enjoying the backing track a lot.
Yeah, the opening to it was lovely, wasn't it? The intro.
It was cool.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Phil Brown. And Barry Upton.
Well, I have to disagree. I didn't think the intro was that good. I didn't think it was dynamic enough. And then when her vocal came in, it's kind of like jolted you back a little bit. So what I would suggest is that she gets a good producer, because she's got some good ideas. There's some ideas in there. I also think she needs maybe a collaborator on the song, because I don't think the song did enough. I agree with David about the throwaway every night. I kept thinking that as well. And I just thought she could improve the song first. If she could get like a decent song to start off with, and then a good producer. She's got a nice voice, and maybe needs a little bit of directing with the vocal. But there's promise there, but it's not being fulfilled as we hear it at the moment. So that's probably why she's not joined the family, so to speak.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for that, Barry Upton. Yes, unfortunately, it won't be a track that I'll be playing on the show either, because it's just not quite there yet, Emilie Thorsby. But keep trying, please. Don't give up on trying. So let's move on to the next artist we have, and this next one is Jack Elphick, and the track is called Drag Me Down.
Of home, the crumpled Polaroids in your wallet will be the first to go. Delete the contacts from your phone. The memories are called when you're alone. Throw all my clothes out on the lawn. The crows will pick at them until they are all gone. Throw my guitar into the fire. I join it there in just a little while. So let me run away, I don't want you to chase. Just let me disappear and you'll forget my face. I want concrete in my boots and drop me in the sea. If I'm going to hell, I won't drag you down with me. Run it all down and start again. The tools you're building with will be your only friend. The only way we'll survive is to level flat this godforsaken life. So let me run away, I don't want you to chase. Just let me disappear and you'll forget my face. I pour concrete in my boots and drop me in the sea. If I'm going to hell, I won't drag you down with me. Oh, no.
Jack Elphick, we don't actually have any details from him. He sent me this email simply with this track on, and Amanda Austin had spotted him and asked him to send a track in, but he's not actually put in anything, any biography or anything. So I don't even know which part of the country he comes from, but we do know he's playing a bit of rockabilly. Barry Upton, would you like to go first, please?
Well, is he British? Is it British rockabilly? It doesn't sound American.
I think it's British. Let me just see.
What gives it away is the timing, because in America they wouldn't allow that the timing would be much better. The musicians would be better, and David knows he's a drummer. He's a drummist, and that was just awful at the beginning. I mean, they got into the groove a bit later on, but by then all the sounds were getting in the way of one another, and the vocal was being drowned out by guitars and stuff. However, on the plus side, I love the Dwayne Eddy guitar. That's a great sound. That'll never go away, and that all sound great in a track like this. The only problem is you've got to get what's around it, what's the arrangement to be a lot better than that and a lot cleaner. But it was okay. It was a bit of fun. It's nothing special. It's typical British trying to be country. I should talk.
I don't yet have confirmation where they're from, whether it's one individual person. I know that it's under the name of Jack Elphick, who's the person that emailed me. That's all I know so
How do
far.
you spell? I'm just Googling him.
Thank you. Elfick.
Oh, not PH. Okay. Elfick. Jack Elphick.
The band, it's actually a band name, and the name of the band is The Dead Shout. They're a three-piece, and it appears they are possibly Dutch. There we go. Well, okay, so Steve is looking it up. Okay, well, David Stark, would you like to go next, please?
Oh, well, yeah, I liked it, and I agree with Barry that it needs sorting out. It needs better production and mix. But I like some good lyrics in there. The whole vibe was great. My brother would probably enjoy it. He's a big rockabilly fan. And the other thing I thought, when it came to the slightly breakdown section towards the end, when it slowed down, I was expecting there to be a lyric over that, which didn't come. It would have been an obvious thing just to do that, which most songs would normally do. But apart from that, and the timbales were, okay, but they could have been better sorted on the mix as well. But yeah, it's something I'd like to hear again, that's for sure.
Right, The Dead Shout are indeed they are a particularly mature band by the looks of them, and they are from London. So they are a British band. Yep, there we go. So
are they called? So is this The Dead Shout, or is this Jack?
They're called The Dead Shout, and it was Jack Elphick that obviously sent it but put everything as his name on there. Right. So we need to rename that, as I do as well, The Dead Shout.
The DS, very good.
Yes. Okay, let's go back to you lot in the room here. Phil Brown, would you like to go next, please?
Yeah, I mean, live, I could see it working really well. I mean, it was fun. The timing was all over the place. And never use a vibra slap is my comment on that one. But yeah, I mean, there's some fun lyrics. And I say live, I can imagine it working, but this is just not put together well enough, really.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for that, Phil Brown. Yes, so much reverb as well on everything. Steve Lillywhite.
Well, I suppose I'm slightly playing devil's advocate because I sort of agree with what the boys are saying. But look, when someone has attitude, that can pretty much transcend a lot of things. Yeah. And that's what this record had. It had attitude. Yeah, it wasn't, I mean, so many things you could say that you could put it in a nice sort of order and make it a little bit more but there's something about the way it is that I love. So, yes, I'll give it 5.
Okay.
What was that from? Ready, steady, go. I'll give it 4.
Thank your lucky stars.
Thank you, lucky stars.
Thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. And Luke Mornay.
Yeah, actually, I loved it. I love the attitude from the singer and the band in general. It reminded me of a band from the 70s, the Sailor Band, with the song "Girls, Girls, Girls."
Oh,
I
yeah.
love this kind of I love this kind of funny thing. It's really it's all over the place. But I loved it. I love the energy, and it's nice that to have people to deliver this kind of music so that it doesn't go away. It stays in stays in the zone, in the place. So I love that about that record. And what else? I will agree with Phil on that the mix is not so great. It's a bit all over the place. Everything is a bit fussy. And with a good mix and putting the guy in front, because he has a really nice natural attitude. I was used that to sell the record.
Well, do you know what I loved about it? The lyrics. I thought the lyrics were really funny. They were clever and they were funny, but you couldn't hear them very clearly because there was so much reverb and they were a little bit drowned in that whole mix. So thanks for that, chaps. Excuse me. Let's move on. So that was the Dead Shout with Drag Me Down. Let's move on to the next artists. So next we have Joe Hicks, and the track is called Heart in Two.
I've been searching for my truth, blind enough not to see it. I've been faking all my news, and the world won't see me fall. Shy enough not to show it. Was I ever there at all? Am I lost? Have I even started? 'Cause everyone I see, they've got it all figured out. Quick out the block, ducks in a row, ticks in the box. But I didn't want to break my heart in. I didn't want to break my heart in two. As the tide begins to turn, never changing my direction, will the patience pay the word? Am I lost? Have I even started? 'Cause everyone I see, they've got it all figured out. Quick out the block, ducks in a row, ticks in the box. But I didn't want to break my heart in. I didn't want to break my heart in. All figured out, marked out the plot, one on the way and tying the knot. But I didn't want to break my heart in. I didn't want to break my heart in. I want to know, is anybody telling the truth? I want to know if there was something more I could do. I want to know, is anybody telling the truth? 'Cause everyone I see, everyone they seem to have it all figured out. Quick out the block, ducks in a row, the ticks in the box. But I didn't want to break my heart in. I didn't want to break my heart in. All figured out, marked out the plot, one on the way and tying the knot. But I didn't want to break my heart in. I didn't want to break my heart in two. In two.
Joe Hicks with Heart in Two, and hailing from Newbury in Berkshire. Joe Hicks released his first single at the start of 2017, and since then he has racked up over 5 million Spotify streams and toured the UK and Europe, including slots supporting Sam Fender, Seafret, James Walsh and Starsailor. So there we go. That is Joe Hicks with his submission, Heart in Two. David Stark, would you like to go first, please?
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, well, I loved it, and I've not heard of Joe Hicks before, but he's obviously done a bit and been around, and I thought it was a great song, very well sung, good lyrics, good changes, good melodic structure. I thought it was excellent, actually. So we're having a very good show today so far. So yeah, I'm going to check him out because he's the kind of guy who would normally get to my attention, but I don't think I've heard of him before. But I'll check him out.
Okay, thank you very much for that, David Stark. Steve Lillywhite.
Well, the way it started was beautiful, and then the drums came in and it was wonderful. Oh my God, I just loved it. And the verse was fantastic, and I wanted to hear those drums, and then the electric guitars came in on the chorus and it slightly took it away from me. I mean, if I would have had it to get to that intensity on the middle eight, because the middle eight was the same intensity as the two choruses that preceded it. Now, if you'd kept it back a little bit, I think it was that good. Honestly, it was that good. That groove in the verse was absolutely, it was like sort of who's the guy from the Eagles who had the solo record, the Boys of Summer.
Oh, yeah.
It was that sort of,
Don Henley.
Don Henley had an element of Don Henley, and his voice was beautiful, a bit sort of Christopher Cross-like. And then it just went into this chorus. And I mean, it was okay, but it's not very often I would say my favorite part of a song is the verse. And on this song, I would say that. Mm-hmm. And it really, I mean, it's just beautiful the way that groove was going. It was like, oh, there's something special there. Then, of course, I couldn't hear that groove when the guitars came in on the chorus, because it blotted it out. And it's like, that was so good. But again, a great record. I mean, I'm just, that's my personal opinion, listeners. Don't jump on me. I think he's great, really good.
Well, your personal opinion has won you 6 Grammy Awards, so let's be fair.
Yeah, forget that. Yeah, that's true.
Thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. Phil Brown.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it too. I actually thought the chorus and his voice was fantastic on that. There's little tweaks and things that you could do in the mix, but overall, I thought it was really good. And for me, his voice in the verse, it was very dry, wasn't it? And I just felt that didn't sit as well as for me as the chorus. But it's a great track, another good track. Hard to fault.
Yeah. Thank you very much for that, Phil. I thought you were almost going to say one of Smiley's lines there, but no. Luke Mornay.
Yeah, like beautiful song, beautiful voice. I was just unsure about the drum sound, because everything was so beautiful, but it's on the other side, everything underneath started to be a bit more, let's say, angry, more powerful, but it was not delivering something more powerful with his voice. I would expect, something harder. So maybe they should have kept it really light, just to keep on the beauty of the song and the voice, and not try to make something like it was really powerful when it's not. It's just beautiful, and they should go along with that to let the people enjoy the song. That's what I felt, because everything was really good, but I was not sure about the energy going underneath. That was my problem with it.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Luc Mornay. And Barry, have you spoken yet?
No.
Barry Upton. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, I think it was a great pop record, and it'll sound great on the radio because of those that jumping up into falsetto and back down again. That if people get that right, that is always attractive, and the song deserved it. It was a good song. What I loved about the beginning, and what Steve was alluding to, is the beginning was of the drums was actually a kind of drum and bass techno rhythm. but they're playing it actually on drums. So it made it. I kept thinking, this is really clever. You know what the drummer's doing there. And you're right about the Boys of Summer thing. It was that kind of almost double speed what the drums should be doing, and it made it interesting. And I have to say, the interest on the song kept me right to the very end of the song, and he kept you on a knife edge because he kept saying my heart in and didn't finish it. I kept thinking, for Christ's sake, finish the line, which he did right at the very end, which was clever. So a very good song, very well written and very well performed.
Thank you very much for that, Barry Upton. Luke Mornay, have you spoken on it?
Yeah, I did.
You did. Has anybody not spoken yet? No. Good. Okay. Well, it's easy to get confused here. It's a song that I will play because there's something very emotionally it's quite moving. And maybe that's
great.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful, isn't it? It reminds me, actually very much, as you were saying, Steve, very much the Don Henley kind of element in there. But it takes you to another period of time as well, which is really lovely. It's quite magical.
It has an energy. That's the thing. When you've got a sort of light song, if you have a light song, but there's a feeling of energy behind it. And I think that's what he's managed to do. And it's great. Really good.
Absolutely.
Well done, Joe Hicks.
Well done, Joe Hicks, indeed. Okay, well, let's move on to the next artist we have here. Now, this is Sonic Space, and the track, or is it Sonic Space Station? Well, we'll find out in a minute. I think it's Sonic Space Station, and I think the track is called Joanna. Well, let's have a listen. Sonic Space Station. Gosh, nearly hung myself there, but survived in the end. And the track was called Joanna. Joanna by Sonic Space Station. They say, we are a Swedish rock trio formed in 2023, built on 3 simple values: authenticity, organic, energetic. We would love to have the track played in full and heard by your producer panel, please. Okay, well, there we go. Thank you very much for that, Sonic Space Station. Okay, who would like to... I know. Phil Brown. Go for it, Phil.
Well, I mean, when it started out, I thought Susie Quattro would love that bass sound. I mean, it was so cool. But the intro was too long. It was incredibly indulgent as a track generally. And I didn't really think there was much of a song there. So really not for me. I just couldn't wait for it to end.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Phil Brown. Barry Upton.
Well, Joanna is not the title that I would have given for this kind of music, really. It doesn't seem to fit somehow. And it just sounded a bit jumbled. There were lots going on, some good things going on at times. There was a few things to like and quite a few things not to like when it went out of a little bit of timing with problems, mixed problems. There was, and I thought the guitar solo, Phil used the word indulgent. I thought that was really over-indulgent and didn't do anything for me at all, the guitar solo in the middle. And then at the end, it just went on and on. It should have finished a little bit earlier. So there was a lot of things that could have been good about it, but didn't actually materialise.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Barry Upton. Just thinking about it, it's probably not Joanna, but it's probably Joanna. Joanna, because of where they're from. Anyway.
Or maybe he's a Cockney and he's singing about a piano.
Yeah, Joanna.
Me old Joanna.
I don't know, didn't get that bit out of it personally. Luc Mornay.
Yeah, really good musicians. I can obviously. It's always a bit difficult when you try to impose some sort of live performance as a record, because you get carried away into things that it's not really easy for the listener to go along, So that was my point on the track. So I didn't really connect to the track, to be honest, but they're fantastic musicians, and it sounds like a good band. It should be good live, but doing that on the record is a bit cheeky, I felt.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Luc Mornay. Steve Lillywhite.
Well, I think I'm feeling rather benevolent today because I really liked it. It took me back to when I was 14, and it reminded me of sort of Radar Love meets Deep Purple and all those sort of things. Yes, it had a long guitar solo, but that's what boys used to love. I mean, shredding was something that their manifesto, those 3 words, which I can't remember what you said, but it was that in spades. So, excuse me. Yes, it was a boys' song. I could see Dawn grimacing, but no, I didn't
tell everybody.
Not grimacing, but it was. It just reminded me of my youth, and for that, well done, Sonic Space Station.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. Who hasn't been yet? David Stark. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with Steve. They're obviously fans of Rush and Wishbone Ash and all the good old bands, prog rock stuff, and yeah, all very twiddly. But I enjoyed it. I'm thinking that I'd like to hear more of what they do, and I'm thinking if this is going to be a single, they could have. Normally a band like this back in the day, they'd have all their twiddly stuff. Then they put out a single, which was really quite more of a straight record and a proper song. And this is not something you're going to play every day, that's for sure. But I like the energy. I wasn't crazy on the snare sound, to be honest. I would have fixed that. But overall, yeah, I'm a proggy fan, so I quite enjoyed it. And I had a quick look at their Facebook page, and yeah, they've just put this out. So I wish them luck.
Okay, thank you very much for that, David Stark. So, Sonic Space Station with their track Joanna or Joanna. There we go. You've heard from all of the judges here on Jukebox Judgment. Let's move on to the next track that we have here. This is Terence Jones, and the track is called When the Time Has Gone.
Will you remember me when the time has gone? In shadows of a sunset, with the echoes of our song. Once we danced like wildflowers in the golden fields of youth. Spoke a dream so big, buried deep in every truth. With the world before us, so vibrant and alive. Promised in the twilight, we'd forever thrive. Will you remember me when the sun no longer shines? In faded memories, where the pieces intertwine. We were young and free, with laughter in our veins. Far inside our minds, we were wild as summer rain. We sat and talked neath the setting sun's warm glow. Every word a treasure that only we could know. Long into the night, under starlit skies above. All our hopes and dreams merging into that one love. Will you remember me when the sun no longer shines? In fading memories, where the pieces intertwine. We were young and free, with laughter in our veins. Far inside our minds, we were wild as summer rain. What happened to the life we knew? Oh, where did it go? Like whispers carried on the breeze, they fade and softly flow. With such tenderness and gentle ways, I hold each moment close. Oh, how I miss them so, in the quiet echoes throats. Will you remember me when the sun no longer shines? In faded memories, where the pieces intertwine. We were young and free, with laughter in our veins. Far inside our minds, we were wild as summer rain. I stand with the shadows casting long, hoping you'll remember when the time has gone. And in every twilight, let our love's legacy glow. Will you remember me when the time has gone?
Oh, Terence Jones, you've just won my heart. When the time has gone. So Terence Jones is a mature artist and a bio of a life lived, it says here. Terence Terry Jones is a relaxed, witty songwriter and accomplished guitarist whose music lives at the crossroads of rock, blues and soul, with heartfelt ballads and a subtle touch of classical influence woven throughout. And he's always drawing from abstract moments and real experiences from his own life, and that's the way that he writes his songs, that feel deeply personal yet instantly relatable, he hopes, for everyone. Now, it's not giving me details of where he's from, but I think he's actually British. But anyway, let's see what our wonderful judges here think. Steve Lillywhite, would you like to go first on this, please?
Yeah, another great track. I mean, he reminded me a little of John Martin, but there's lots of other singers he probably sounds a bit more like who are a lot younger than that. It's a sort of a late night track, I think. I mean, it's very nice. It's very atmospheric. I'm not sure whether it maybe could have had a little more tension in it for me. Just something in the production that holds you in there a little bit more. But again, I mean, a great singer, great guy. You know, I mean, it sounds like he's really talented. So well done, Terence Jones. Thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. Phil Brown.
Yeah, no, I loved it. Again, fantastic space. I thought it built well. I enjoyed the song, the lyrics. I liked his voice. So, yeah, I don't have anything negative to say. It was very pleasant. I would hear it again.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for that, Phil Brown. David Stark.
I agree with the guys. I thought it was lovely. Great voice, great guitar playing, great vibe. Very nice track, and I'm sure you'll be playing it. It's just a little bit different, and just what's not to like, really. And I was trying to I found him on online, but I couldn't see where he was from either. But yeah, as you said, a mature artist. So well done, Terence or Terry.
But wasn't Terry Jones? Wasn't that one of the Monty Python?
Yeah.
That's why he calls himself Terence, I think.
That's right. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, chaps. Barry Upton.
Yeah, a lovely sounding track, almost too perfect, which means I'm going to be a little bit controversial here. And I suspect a touch of AI. Now, I may be wrong. I may be completely wrong, but there were certain things in the phrasing of some of the lyrics and also the harmonica, which it's a couple of times it just didn't sound quite natural. So it kept coming to me. I've actually delved into AI a little bit with songs, and you can put out something like this quite easily. And I know it's going to be controversial. I know people are going to disagree with me, but I suspect, that's all I'm saying, I'm suspecting a little bit of AI. It was almost too perfect.
Well, he's about the same age as you, Barry, and he's been working and doing his music and songwriting for years and years and years. To me personally, that song has got sync written all over it. I can just imagine that in TV series or things like that. Thanks very much for that, Barry Upton. Luke Mornay. Luke, you've gone mute. Come back.
Oh.
Has anybody not spoken? I don't think so, have you? Okay, well, there's a little issue. One of our listeners is saying, I think, Terence Jones, lots of hand claps and stars. Really cool track. I think the harmonica was played on keys. Don't know. Possibly. Who knows? I can always ask him. Email him back. Okay, Luke Mornay, how's your sound going? Nope, no sound still. Okay. Well, not to worry. Just give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Did you like that track? Did you not like that track? While he sorts his sound. Oh, etsy ketsy. Comme ci, comme ça. Un petit peu.
He's a French mime.
Okay, so it's a kind of yes and kind of no response there from Luc Mornay. Let's move on to the next artist. And the next artist is Terri Green, except she doesn't go by the name of Terri Green. She goes by the name of Terri Bjere, I believe. And this features Marcus Allen. And the track is called Two Wrongs Don't Make a Right.
In the middle of my work day, I got your call. Oh, yes, I did. You say what up this evening, and I say nothing at all. You don't even have to text me, oh, no, or send a note, 'cause I already know, same spot we've been before. Two wrongs don't make it right. Oh, no, it don't. Can't believe that we risked it all to be here tonight. Let's go.
Yeah.
Glad you got my call. Got my call. Girl, you know I'm ready. Know I'm ready. Been waiting all day to be with my baby. Be with my baby. Ready to risk it all for you. Now that we're here, yeah, you know what we came to do. Two wrongs don't make it right. Yeah, can't believe that we risk it all to be here tonight. Yeah, two wrongs don't make it right. Can't believe that we risked it all. No, no, to be here tonight. I know two wrongs don't make it right, but I'ma stay up with you all night. Yeah, and it's gonna feel so, so right. I know two wrongs don't make it right, but I'ma stay up with you all night. And it's gonna feel so, so right. I know two wrongs don't make it right, but I'ma stay up with you all night. It's gonna feel so, so right. I'm so addicted to you, baby. Oh, I know we risk it all tonight. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. Can't believe that we risked it all. No, no. To be here tonight. Two wrongs don't make it right, but I'ma stay up with you all night. Two wrongs don't make it right. Two wrongs don't make it right, but I'ma stay up with you all night. Two wrongs don't make it right.
Two wrongs don't make it right, and that is Terri Bjere, and it features Marcus Allen. Two wrongs don't make it right. Now, let me just have a little look of what I wrote about Terri up here somewhere. Where have they gone? Terri Elaine Bjere, known professionally as Terri B. In the past. She's an American electronic dance singer, composer and producer and DJ. She was born, she's 60 years old at the moment, and she's in Washington, the US. So that is Terri Bjere, as she's known in this particular track. Okay, now, David Stark, would you like to go first on this, please?
Oh, okay. Well, Terri, I was having a quick look at. She obviously had some pedigree as a singer, and I would never have known it was a female singing.
Well,
I
it did
must
feature,
admit.
it was her, and it featured Marcus Allen.
Yeah, I realised that, but it seemed like Marcus would have been doing most of the singing in that case, from what I could tell. But a good old style soul song. Yeah, there's been a few songs with a similar title over the years. Mary Wells, I remember years ago, Wycliffe Jean, and so yeah, I thought it was a very good song, good production, good vocals, and it is a very good show today, I have to say, and I enjoyed it. So I'd like to hear that again at some point.
Okay, thank you very much for that, David Stark. Phil Brown.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really connect to it that much. Drum machine was annoying. It's a pity it wasn't real drums. There's a lot of elements of what's going on, but just not done particularly well. Some of the vocals coming in were, for me, annoying, so I just didn't really connect to it. I'm sorry about that, because obviously she's been around and she's obviously talented, but yeah, I didn't think the song was that great either, really.
I have to agree a little bit there with you. I was looking for it. I was looking for more of a song in there as well. Steve Lillywhite.
Yeah, well, I think it put me off the moment you said the title. It's like two wrongs don't make a right. I mean, that's just like, let's write a song, The Moon in June. Or I mean, it just was not very original. And then the song came in and it was nice, but it wasn't very original. I mean, there was nothing really about it that really stood out to me, to be honest. I'm sorry, but yeah. Not really my thing. And yes, it had a hooky chorus, but you need more. You need something to hit you in the heart. And I didn't get that emotion from this like you do from What's Going On or any classic. And when you said Mary Wells, David, I went, oh yeah, God, wasn't she brilliant? So yeah, this wasn't brilliant. So I'm sorry, because we've had some very good songs on today.
Yeah.
That might be it, because actually on another day, this might be, I would have given it a bit more, but I'm very happy with some of the ones we've had. So great.
Absolutely. Okay, thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. Luke Mornay.
Yeah, I didn't really connect to the song either. It felt like on one level, and this kind of tracks are cool when also the main singer is getting your attention by doing some interesting vibes, to keep the track going. And it felt like it was looping on the same backing track and same chorus. So it felt really long. The vibe was good to start with, but I expected more, let's say, a progression into the track. It just felt boring at some point.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for that, Luke Mornay. Barry Upton.
Well, the problem is when you have a song called Two Wrongs Don't Make It Right, is that if you don't develop that idea, then it doesn't make it any different. All you're singing is that line over and over again, which is bleeding obvious, isn't it? Two wrongs don't make it right. So there needs to be more meat on the bone on the song to start off with. The other thing is, Let's Get It On, Marvin Gaye is what it's trying to be. But the problem is, if you listen to Let's Get It On, the backing track is very smooth and the backing vocals are smooth. Everything's smooth about it. This was just too jerky, and it just didn't fit with that kind of genre, really. So what they were trying to do, they didn't achieve on this particular song. And I got a little bit fed up with hearing the title over and over again. But towards the end of it, I just thought, please end.
Indeed. Thank you very much for that, Barry Upton. And Phil Brown.
No, I spoke.
Oh, of course. I think everybody has spoken now, haven't they? You see, it lulled me into I don't know what or I don't know where, but actually, I won't be playing that track on my show because it doesn't, I can't connect with it at all. And I don't think that my listeners will connect with that very well either. Let's move on to the next artist we have here. This is the RAH band, R-A-H.
Ah.
And could you be the one? If we can make them play. Come on, RAH band. Come on. Sorry, it's all playing up. Let's see.
Yes, we've had some cold and hungry years. A lot of broken dreams. I thought we'd make it together, you know. I'm gonna make it now. On my own, just me. Just me.
Is there anybody out there clinging to the wreckage? Is there anybody out there who can understand my message? I'm in pursuit of pure perfection. I need someone who knows the right direction. Could you be the one? Could you be the one to change my life? Could you be the one? Could you be the one to change my life? Can anybody hear me? Or am I the only one? Is there anybody near me? Where's everybody gone? I can't help feeling what I'm feeling. This wild desire's got my senses reeling. Could you be the one? Could you be the one? Could you be the one to change my life? Could you be the one? Could you be the one? Be the one. Could you be the one to change my life?
Well, there we go. The majority of us put on our sunglasses, so apologies for anybody who actually was enjoying the RAH band there with that particular track. But from a personal note, I put mine on first because the mix was absolutely dreadful and it wasn't consistent. It was all over the place. Barry Upton, you put yours on second. What do you have to say?
It just got boring. It was just it was actually boring before the vocals come in, and that riff at the beginning. I mean, they could have syncopated it or done something to make it a bit more interesting, but it just wasn't interesting at all. And I thought, I'll give it a chance because I'll wait for the vocals to come in. Let's see if it's going to be a nice song, and it just wasn't. And it just, after the first chorus, you sort of thought to yourself, I don't really want to hear any more of this. So the sunglasses had to come on.
Absolutely. Phil Brown.
Yeah, well, it's strange because the RAH band, I've heard other tracks and they're actually quite a good band. I liked the kind of Gene Page strings on this, but the mix, I just don't understand kind of what they were thinking of, to have the lead vocal, 30 feet away from you, and then the backing vocals left and right getting louder and louder as it went on. So the mix was atrocious. The vocal just didn't really deliver any real energy. But I'm surprised because they're actually quite a good band.
Yeah, well, I was looking forward to it as well. One of our listeners is saying, is this really the actual RAH band? Well, actually, yes, it is, because she thought that it was in fact a geriatric rehash of them. Okay. In fact, what I ought to do really is let listeners know just a little bit about the RAH band, I guess, just before, and then after that, I'll ask Steve Lillywhite to give his opinion as well. So
He'll like it.
Legendary. He'll love it. He'll say, woohoo! I've gone all frilly bottomed. Okay, so the Ra Band, legendary British composer and producer Richard Anthony Hewson returns with Life After Love Songs, a new Ra Band compilation that brings together reworked versions of classic Ra songs recorded with the original vocalists whose performances helped define their magic. And all of these are previously unreleased bits of material. But nonetheless, Steve Lillywhite.
Yeah, I agree with everyone else. It I didn't put my glasses on because, I thought it was okay, and it's a band, but I didn't feel energy from it, but it wasn't a ballad because it was up-tempo, but I didn't feel the energy of an up-tempo sort of song. So, yeah, it sort of just passed me by. I'm sorry, Ra Band.
Yeah,
there
you go.
That's me.
And Luke Mornay, did you already speak on this?
No,
not yet. But you did put your glasses on. Okay, Luke Mornay.
Yeah. No, actually, I had some high expectations because I really loved the original band and the songs. Like, I think it was Clouds Across the Moon, which was fantastic. Yeah, it was brilliant, just brilliant. And here it felt really bad. Everything was wrong. The voices was coming in and out. The sound was weird. The sounds were bizarre.
Yeah.
So if they had to, get some unreleased track, they should really pay attention to stay up to their standard. We didn't feel like it. That was just awful.
Okay, thank you very much for that. And David Stark.
Well, I didn't put my sunglasses on because I wanted to hear it because of the history of the band, who is put together by Richard Hewson, who had an amazing career. In fact, he was one of my very long-time subscribers to Songlink for years and years. And he's the guy who did the orchestration for the Long and Winding Road on the Beatles' Let It Be album. He goes way back. And he's done so much stuff. And then you've just mentioned that this is a compilation. He's put together new versions as a compilation. So I agree, it's not the best track he could have put out. It didn't really hold my interest, but pleasant enough, but nothing like Clouds Across the Moon, which was, as Luke said, a great track. So, yeah, of passing interest, but yeah, could do better.
Okay, thank you very much for that, David Stark. Right, let's move on to our next artist that we have here. And the next one is CLUDD, CLUDD, and, or it might be one D. No, it's double D. And the track is called Rise from the Ashes. Oh,
you.
so sorry. We're not laughing at CLUDD. That's not fair. But we weren't enjoying it, and so we all put on our glasses and little bit of info, if you like, about CLUDD. CLUDD, just sounds very Welsh, it does say, but I don't think they are. Let's just have a look here. What have we got? They are here somewhere. Hang on. CLUDD. CLUDD are a heavy rock with an unstoppable force. The powerful vocal is that of Magnus Westman, who's fronted Mindfuel and Hellbones for years. Well, there we go. Maybe it's time to hang up the stockings on that one then. Barry Upton, do you want a quick word on that first?
Well, it's pure Spinal Tap, isn't it? Really, it just sounds like from the moment we heard CLUDD with a double D. And who doesn't like a double D? But Rise from the Ashes. Boom! But Rise from the Ashes, as soon as you said that, I thought, oh, God, here we go. This is going to be Spinal Tap. And it didn't disappoint me. It was exactly that. It was everything about it. I could even picture it, the Stonehenge thing coming down and whatever. But after a while, it just got, I thought, I just don't want to hear any more of this. Hence the glasses.
Indeed. Thank you very much for that, Barry Upton. Phil Brown.
Well, yeah, what can you say? I did think as it was going on that in Japan, the L and the R are sometimes reversed. And I think that would have made a more apt name for the band.
Okay.
Hey, I got it. Phil's getting the cheese. Here we go.
He's on it this morning. Thank you, Phil.
So, yeah, terrible.
Luc Mornay, your glasses went on as well. Quick as a quick thing.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. I mean, it's not a matter of genre because I love this. I usually like this kind of genre, but this was really awful. It felt a bit uninspired, really dark for no reason, and the sounds were not really interesting. It was like it felt like it was on one level at all times. So they're all capable of something you can hear because, but that track was really terrible.
Yes, it was surprisingly monotonous, wasn't it, considering what it was actually meant to be. Thank you very much for that, Luc Mornay. Steve Lillywhite. Steve Lillywhite.
Well,
I loved it.
For the genre.
Attitude.
No, for the genre of music, it was okay. I mean, it's those sort of singers, they can hit the notes and stuff, but yeah, it was okay. It's a band, and we all love band. Bands should be always we should always encourage bands because and it is a style of music that always has a niche, so good on them.
Thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. David Stark.
Well, we've heard so much of this so many times before. Although it's amazingly popular, this genre of music, it's not my kind of thing. But, all over the country and the world, this music is incredibly popular. And, there's nothing original about it at all. And, we put the glasses on, we just didn't enjoy it, and we had enough. But I've got to say, there is a big market for this. And, if people like it, good to them. Good for them.
Okay, thank you very much for that, David Stark. Okay, now I think everybody's spoken on that particular track, haven't they? Or haven't you all, I should say. Right, let's move on then to the next artist that we have here. And next we have, let's open this up again. It's all taking its time, sorry. Much processing going on. Right, so that was CLUDD. So the next track we have is from Micael Lilja. And it is Circus from Above. Guys, are you having a laugh with me? You haven't put your sunglasses on. This is...
The lyrics were great.
Okay, just for you, Barry.
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
That's unfair.
Yeah.
Look, I've tried to strangle myself on my own, on this, what is this?
I was being ironic.
Okay, thank you.
It was
But you
so
didn't-
ploddy. That is an example of a song with no energy.
So
I mean,
pedestrian.
it's plodding. You can. It has to. Music has to move. You know, this was just static. It was not moving in any way forwards. It was just sedentary.
It was pure constipation sonically. It was bad. Anyway,
Sonic
okay.
Constipation.
Exactly.
What a great name for a band.
Absolutely,
I love
let's
it.
do it.
Sonic Constipation.
That is better than the Plump Vulvas. Oh my God, we've got a great new band name. Okay, thank you for that, Steve Lillywhite. Barry Upton. Oh, does anybody want to hear anything about the Micael?
Not really.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, having said that, I mean, they did send stuff in. Maybe you should. Okay, where's that gone? It is, right. He's a Swedish singer, guitar player, and luthier. And I didn't say that with a lisp. And he's been around since 2019, been playing in a touring Eric Clapton tribute band. Mainly in Sweden and Denmark. He's built guitars and basses for a lot of people, even celebrities over the years, such as Swedish guitar legend Jan Schaffer from ABBA and Johnny Griperick / Brian Johnson. He's also written songs beside this particular project. Well, there we go. David Stark?
Oh, okay. Well,
Stick to playing, stick to building guitars, maybe?
Yes, probably. And stick to the tribute band. Plodding, that's the word. But no, couldn't get into it at all, I'm afraid.
Okay.
And I nearly put my glasses on, but I thought I'd give it the benefit of the doubt.
Such generosity on here this morning. You're all making me feel so terrible. Anyway, thank you very much for that, David Stark. Phil Brown.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was pedestrian. The lyrics were terrible. There's nothing to say at all really in its favour. When I was going on, I was just watching Luke's face, which was just a gem, and I got more fun out of that than actually listening to the track.
Yes, well, I was failing miserably, but I was trying to strangle myself with what is this stuff? You know, cleaning your teeth. Anyway, thank you very much for that, Phil Brown and Luke Mornay. Yes, a picture was your face.
I wasn't sure what I was listening to. I wasn't sure what I was listening to. Already from the snare sound, it felt already like a bad choice, and everything went along with that, you know. And it was really not enjoyable. It was really bad. Sorry.
Okay, well, in that case, let's move on, shall we? To well, I'm almost worried now because I've got 3 more tracks here. I think we've got time for 2 more.
2.
Yes, but I have to choose now. It means I've got to leave one out. And because we haven't had the best coming in from the Nordic countries today, one of them is from one of the Nordic countries. So I think I'll move straight on to one of the others. This is our next track. It is Parker Barrow. Oh, no, we have a few more than I thought, actually. Parker Barrow, and the track is called Glass Eyes.
You've been playing with fiction, trying to start a fire. The lights fall
Glass Eyes, and that track was from Parker Barrow. And let me just give you a few little details about Parker Barrow as well. Where have they gone? Husband and wife duo Megan Kane lead vocals and Dylan Turner on drums. It's just vanished from me. Lead Parker Barrow. Right. The name of the band is a homage to, or an homage to Bonnie Parker and Clyde Barrow, the infamous American bank robbers during the early 30s Great Depression. Just looking to see if it's telling us where they're actually from. No. There we go. It's not telling us. Okay. Barry Upton, would you like to go first, please?
Well, the problem is with a track like this is I really wanted to hear the song. I mean, they sounded like they meant what they were singing and meant what they were playing, but I couldn't understand any of the lyrics. And I'm trying to think, Glass Eyes, okay, what's the song about? And there was no distinguishable lyrics to tell me what the song was about. And that really, otherwise, it's just a bunch of shouting over the top of a band playing. So, unfortunately, it's a no from me.
Thank you very much for that, Barry Upton. Luke Mornay.
Yeah, actually, I really love the singer. You know.
Oh.
Yeah. The singer was really good, but it felt really, I'd say, buried in the mix. And you should do an approach more like Alanis Morissette, really in your face, so you can get all the vibes, you know, to get you going. Especially that there's not really a song there, so the performance needs to keep you hooked to the song, you know, to what they've done. So for me, the mix is a big problem here, and also it's lacking focus as a song, you know, because the intro was really nice. It felt like some Supertramp track, you know, the way they were laying out the harmonies and the bass and stuff like that. So I really love that, but it felt like it was lacking focus, and the big miss for me was the missed opportunity with the voice to sell the track. That's what I felt.
Thank you very much for that, Luke Mornay. Interesting that you said that. A listener has just written in saying it's interesting that the first thing we do within seconds is to try to look for references of what a track sounds like. Within 4 bars, I thought Alanis Morissette, but it turned into an 80s rock track. There we go. Steve Lillywhite.
Yeah, I actually, the first thing, the intro was a little misleading, because by the very end of the intro, I thought they were going to go into Joe Cocker's version of With a Little Help from My Friends. Totally. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. And then it went into this sort of bog standard rock thing, and it wasn't as good as the intro. I thought the intro was lovely, and then they repeated the intro because I thought it didn't really fit with the song, and it, you know, that was nice. I like that. But I thought she's a great singer, you know, but sometimes
you
boring. Need to when you're hitting with your full punches all the time, you don't get the feeling of light and shade in a vocal. So it was a pity, and makes me want to go and listen to With a Little Help from My Friends by Joe Cocker.
Indeed. Thank you
Did
very
anyone
much.
else get that? I saw some nods there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Phil got that.
Yeah. Straight away, I immediately thought, oh, God, the wrong track's playing or something. But of course it wasn't. Thank you for that, Steve Lillywhite. Phil Brown.
Yeah, well, I actually thought it was a cover at the start of that. I was thinking, oh, any minute now it's going to be turned off. Sorry, we don't play covers. I liked her vocal, I must admit. I do think she's got something there, but the track overall just sounded like a demo to me. It just didn't, sound-wise, it just wasn't up to par. So, unfortunate.
Thank you very much, Phil Brown. I love that. Unfortunate. Okay. David Stark.
Yeah, I agree with everyone. I had a quick look. They are a southern rock band based in Nashville. That's the kind of stuff I really like. She's got a great voice. If they were over here, I'd go and see them. If I was in Nashville, I'd go and see them. But this track, no, it didn't do it for me. And yeah, as you heard, the first thing I said was Joe Cocker. But by coincidence, I had an email yesterday from a lady called Sue Glover, she was part Sue and Sonny, who sang the BVs on the Joe Cocker track.
Yeah,
She's
legendary.
doing an album right now. I'm trying to help her with re-recording some of the hit songs that she had back in the day, 60s and 70s, which will be coming out in the next few months. So that could be quite interesting. But for Parker Barrow, which is, I don't know about the name. It's quite Bonnie and Clyde in reverse, but interesting.
Okay.
I will keep an eye on them, though, but not the best one today.
Okay, thank you very much for that, David Stark. Barry Upton, now I think we should tell people what you've got going on at 4 o'clock today. Before you forget.
Yes.
Come on, plug yourself, man.
Well, I have a show for you. I can't remember. I don't have the playlist to hand, so I can't remember what I've got. And I think it starts off with T-Rex and
my favourite.
a Telegram Sam, something like that. But just tune in at 4 o'clock UK time for the Drive Time show with me, Barry Upton.
Thank you so much for that, Barry. So, listeners, Barry Upton, 4 p.m. here on newdawn.fm. And it is a fab drive time show. It's 1 hour long. And then immediately after the show at 4 p.m., finishes at 5 p.m., we then have the revival chart, the top 40 coming out. So it's an exciting one. Week 8 already into the new year. Unbelievable. Okay. Has everybody spoken, please, on the very boring track there that we just heard? Yes, great. Okay. Let's move on to, we have time for the final one, and we're going to be running over the show, the amount that we need, because we started the show slightly late in order to get the full hour for repeats over the weekend. So this next track is called Power, and it is by Harry Cash.
Unforgiving truth, I can win back whatever I lose. And if I wanted you to come through, it wouldn't take much, it wouldn't take two seconds for you to find. Never change your ways, don't lie, cause you know just what I'm like. Everybody knows what I'm like. Ain't gotta prove anything to you. Change your ways or lie, cause you know just what I'm like. Everybody knows what I'm like. Ain't gotta prove anything to you, yeah. I got the power, I could go for hours. Ain't gonna say what I do. Ain't gonna do what I say.
Harry Cash, and that track is called Power. Now, Harry Cash is a 27-year-old songwriter, producer, and really quite a highly respected multi-instrumentalist from Essex. Harry's journey as a performer began when he was just 8 years old, busking in the streets of Portugal. And he's since played in many towns in Essex, London, and even Times Square, New York, where he earned one of his first professional gigs at 14. Before starting out as a young teacher offering one-to-one lessons, Harry spent time as a frontman of Jump Stone. And anyway, so there we go. Let's have a look. Steve Lillywhite, would you like to go first, please?
Could someone tell me the third line of the chorus? Because I've got the power, I can do it for hours. And then
Gonna do what I say and say what I do.
Right.
Or say what I do what I say.
Okay. All right. Well, the good news is that his voice is quite unusual, you know, and you know, and that is always a good thing, because you may like it, you may dislike it, but an unusual voice will be noticed with that sort of, if you have, you know, people either hate or love Morrissey, but he has an unusual vocal style. That would
distinctive.
be the thing, and it's distinctive. So this guy's voice I would bring that out more. You know, it's a bit muddy sounding as a record, and the only thing that's bright and crisp is that little guitar that comes in at the front, the middle, and at the end. That doesn't have a connection to the rest of the song. No. It's very much cut and paste. Here we have that little, you know, it needs to be a little more organic. I would possibly offer, but you know, he has a nice voice. Well done, Harry Cash.
Thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. David Stark.
Yeah, I agree with Steve. Yeah, quite an interesting voice. I had a quick look at him. He's a young guy. His voice makes him sound older than he actually looks. I think it sounds more like a demo, really. It could be a lot better. But he's obviously got some track record, and I'll keep an eye on him. And I've just noticed he lives in Billericay, which is exactly very near where my brother Nigel lives, so you never know. Harry Cash, yeah, could be something soon. Who knows?
Well, he's doing pretty well so far, supporting a lot of really quite big names, which is great. Thank you very much for that, David Stark. Luke Mornay.
Yeah, I thought his voice was fantastic. I love the nonchalance as well in his voice. You know, that's like also his voice was distinctive. And should really put his voice in front, because that's a selling point for me, you know?
Yeah.
It's really like, especially when you start to get somewhere, get people to get used to your voice, because that is going to be your legacy at all times, you know?
Of course.
And but the song was great. Loved it. Just a matter of mixing, and also the backing vocals were a bit muddy in the background, so it felt like some background noise, which was too bad. But I would just revise the mix and try to make him shine.
Thank you very much for that, Luke Mornay. I love that, making artists shine. That's exactly what producers do. A great producer will always help you to shine. Phil Brown.
Yeah, no, I agree with Luke. It's another track where the mix just lets it down completely. His voice being buried like that, he didn't feel like the energy that there obviously was or should be. So for me, the mix was wrong, but I liked his voice. And I quite like the song.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Phil Brown. And Barry Upton.
Well, Harry Cash, over here, he'll be known as Harry ATM. But no, it was okay. It was one of those songs that it needs a producer, it needs production, it needs a good mix. But his voice, yes, I agree, is unusual. But the only thing is, if you're going to hear a song, it's got to be, the diction has got to be better. And there were parts with it, I just couldn't understand a damn thing he was saying. So that really sort of throws it for me. And it doesn't make it so radio friendly. If you can hear the lyrics, you can become attached to the song. As David Stark knows very, very well. So, and can we just say that I think David Stark's passed the audition?
Today, yes, except he's looking too many people up on Google when we've already got all their details.
I think that's great. That's great, actually.
Steve Lillywhite, would you like to go first, please, as we're running out of time in the voting?
On the voting,
next.
okay. A great show, guys. I'm going to give a shout out to Terence Jones, to Joe Hicks, which I absolutely loved, to the Alien Anomaly, which I loved as well. But I'm going to go for the very first song we had, The Response, because that's the one I want to hear again.
Okay, thank you very much for that.
And by the way, I think last time they were on, they didn't win, and they were really good.
They were, but they didn't win. You're quite right. Thank you very much for that, Steve Lillywhite. Phil Brown.
Well, Steve's just taken he's obviously seen my list. Because,
oh, my God. Phil, I love you.
I was also going to say a shout out to Terence Jones, Joe Hicks, Alien Anomaly, but I also am going to go for The Response. So stop looking over my shoulder, please.
Thank you very much for that, Phil Brown. Luke Mornay.
Yeah, I really love Rob and CLUDD and just kidding.
No, I know you. You're so naughty.
No, I also enjoyed the Alien Anomaly and The Response, obviously. And another one I really liked as well was, I think it was Terence Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice as well. But I will go with The Response as well.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Luke Mornay and Barry Upton.
Well, I've got 3 9s, and it's nice to know that we have another level below 0, which Luke has come up with today, which is Nightmare.
Which is CLUDD.
Yeah. But my 3 9s are Response, Alien Anomaly, and Joe Hicks. I thought all 3 were very good radio records, but I'm going to go with Alien Anomaly, which I know is not going to win, but I think I'm going to give him a big shout out.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Barry Upton. Yes, actually, that was a very clever song, to be fair, Barry. Yeah, very clever song. Who has everybody been yet? No, David Stark.
Yeah, well, I agree with Barry, actually. And my top 3, Response, Alien Anomaly, Joe Hicks and Terence Jones, all 8.5s and 9s. But I'm going to go Barry and Alien Anomaly gets it for me today. I just thought they sounded great.
Okay, thank you very much for that, chaps. Now, on my shows, I will be playing The Response, Alien Anomaly. Where were we? There, Joe Hicks, loved that. Terence Jones. And I also will probably listen again to Harry Cash with Power. But we've had a really good show. Thank you all so much for taking part as well. The winners today are The Response with their track. Yeah, Where Did You Run To? So let's have a listen here to Response with Where Did You Run To?
So much for trying to get ahead.